The first Parisian restaurant was conceived to feed the bodies and restore the minds of its patrons. Never has the origin of this word been more relevant than in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina.
Our restaurants were the part of our culture that was the link back to the way things were, and that was the thing that kind of brought us all back together again and kind of, you know, rejuvenated us.
I was tempted to really strip down the restaurant and remove some of the florals and take away from its pristine look, if you will, in order to really deliver more of a heartfelt comfort type of atmosphere. But I found what a lot of people really wanted was to escape what they see out on the street and to escape what, you know, the turmoil that everybody down here is going through.
After bad things happen, you still have anniversaries, you still have birthdays, you still have special things that you want to celebrate. I mean, you don't call all that off because something terrible has happened. You still have to find moments in life to rejoice and to be normal and to keep going and be happy.
I think food has that capacity to bring back the past and make you feel normal again.
Even before it was possible to open their restaurants, chefs came back to the city and fed those who were helping to rebuild New Orleans.
There was 3,000 young men that had been getting people off of roofs and, you know, rescuing people everywhere in helicopters and stuff. And they were over at the military base here, right across the river. So we went out, and fed 3,000. And then they told us right towards the end, they said, well, there's another 1,800 down the street. So we said, we'll feed them too. So we fed a lot of people that day.
And we gave all of the beef, all of the filets and Chateaubriands to the first responders in the 82nd Airborne, which I understand they really enjoyed.
Coming in and feeding the first responders was a good feeling, you know. I cooked the first hot meal they had in quite a while. We started and run, and then we realized, oops, do we make money or no money? And then that's when we have to learn. But I think I owe a lot to the city, and that's why I came back and wanted to be open.
Yeah, I started out cooking for all the Latino workers because I'm looking at it like Latino food's probably one of the greatest foods in the world. There's not a whole lot of street foods in the city, and these guys are looking for great foods.
I mean, we opened up the 21st, first day we did 80. Second day Rita was passing through under mandatory evacuation. We did 120 that day. Next day 200. And thank God I had staff arrive on the fourth day because then we were starting doing 250 plus. By the end of the week we were doing like 400 a day.
For the chefs who were lucky enough to reopen, supporting those who lost their restaurants has become a top priority.
It was never an option not to come back and open the restaurant, and I think that's how most people feel. You don't just walk away from your, from your home and what you've invested your life in.
It's just hard for me because I ain't never had to do this before. If I could be in my own house, I'd be the happiest woman in the world. But I'm going to get back to my restaurant as soon as I can get back. I love that. I love cooking.
The restaurant, whether it be Willie Mae Seaton's Scotch House, which we need to get rebuilt, or Restaurant August, or Susan Spicer's Bayona, these are cornerstones in each of these neighborhoods.
My home could be just in a back room in that restaurant. I don't care. I just gotta have my kitchen. My kitchen. I never worry, and my husband can tell you that. I don't worry about sleep too much. I don't need much sleep. I need 4 hours a night, and then I'm ready. So where I sleep isn't important. It's where I cook.
So now you're asking, what can I do to help New Orleans? It's easier than you think.
Come and experience New Orleans as it is now. You've experienced it in the past, and if you haven't, come down and experience it how it is now. and come back, keep coming back to see how it's going to change for the better.
This country is full of people who love New Orleans. They want us to survive. They want us to be restored. And they're coming just to spend their money and to be helpful.
Dining with us and enjoying our hotels and the convention center and everything else that we have to offer. It's helping our community. And there's nothing more important than to visit New Orleans.
All the restaurants, especially in this area, 70% of our business, including mine, was from conventions, and the conventions are not coming now. So we have to make it on tourism. And so the more of you guys come, the more we appreciate it. We need y'all, and we'll feed you good stuff.